Shut up and sit down.
Okay, Baraka. Any idea on where the clone went? What do you mean the tracker's damaged? Bithoki's Pepe tagging fetish has somehow damaged all the trackers on the ties? Wait, I sense something. A cry for help echoing through the force. Hold on. Let me channel it to the monitor. Ah, it's Miss Steam. Apparently she's lost her voice and really wanted some bullshit responded to. Don't worry, Miss Steam. Your friendly neighborhood Sith is on the job.
No one is telling you that you can't cosplay a person of color as a white person.
Oh, so we're done then? Cool. I got some other shit to do, so maybe it was nice chatting with...
They're telling you that you shouldn't.
Oh, fuck. Don't start off like that. Oh, I was happy that I didn't have to go over this. Damn. Fine. Great. Grand.
Specific one that has been taking place on the GeekyCon 2018 Facebook group since yesterday. Someone asked if it's okay for white people to cosplay as Hamilton characters, and they were asking if not, why, wanting to hear from all voices, including people of color.
Who decides that? Not you, at least, and surely not anyone else. Hamilton is a play where black people play white characters. Why would it be wrong for a white person to play a white character? I mean, really?
Now this question was met with a ton of white people on the defense saying that you can cosplay as anything if you love the character as long as you don't do black or brown face.
I can get that black face can be somewhat insensitive, but I would never tell anyone what to wear or not to wear. That's up to the cosplayers.
And a lot of these white people in this discussion were speaking over the voices of people of color.
Wait, what? What now? This was a damn Facebook group with text, not speech. So how do you speak over others in text? All capital letters? Or do white people have some kind of telepathic ability? Ooh, a black person is typing now. Ooh, I better type something in before they are finished.
Whenever a person of color tried to come in and say that they didn't agree, that they found this to be racist or problematic.
How the hell is dressing up as your favorite character racist? This is an homage to that character, to what they do, what they stand for, and how they act. Their race has nothing to do with it. Why must you morons always get race into the conversation where it doesn't exist in the first place?
They just kept explaining themselves and why they thought it was okay. Now, some people of color in that conversation also thought that it was okay for white people to cosplay as Hamilton characters.
See? Normal, rational people don't see a problem with this. It's just the oversensitive little snowflakes waving their fake oppression cards in everyone's faces and trying to ruin it for people who live for cosplay. Miss Steam herself is a cosplayer. Steampunk, mainly. Most cosplayers are wonderful people who enjoy their craft and put a lot of effort into making their costumes so that they'll look as authentic as possible. I have yet spoken to a single one of them that thinks that it would be wrong to have a white person cosplay as another race, or the other way around. Because in an equal world, no other race should be able to dress up as a character that is from another race, and that would be fucking boring. You always go on and on about diversity. Well, what could be more diverse than anyone cosplaying as anyone, no matter the race?
But several of them were clearly stating that they were uncomfortable with it, at best. Mainly they were saying that it's harmful for white people to cosplay as non-white characters due to representation issues.
How is this harmful? Who is it hurting? Did it make someone bleed? Did someone get bruises? No! It harms no one. Well, no one that isn't overly sensitive, of course, and frankly, most likely white. I find it strange that most of the people who get upset by shit are middle to upper class white people. Just get a life And don't be a damn virtue-signaling douchebag. And the people upset by white people playing black characters, which in this case they aren't, then don't go to the damn conventions. It's as simple as that, you morons.
Now, I'm going to break this down a bit further to explain to you why it's not okay to 1, speak over marginalized voices, and 2, to choose to cosplay as a person of color when you're a white person and there are just so many white characters you can cosplay as.
Oh yes, please. Womansplain it to me, so that my white, Sith male, privileged brain can comprehend why this is bad. Dazzle me with your intellect.
Now, I know I'm white, and this could be taken as me just being another white girl talking over a marginalized voice.
Yes, that is indeed the case, since you've clearly stated that there were black people who didn't have a problem with this at all.
However, I'm being an ally in this conversation because the other white people in this conversation will not listen to those marginalized voices saying that what they're doing is wrong.
No one is forced to listen. We have freedom of speech, not the freedom to be heard. If anyone doesn't want to listen to what other people have to say, then they most likely found their arguments to be stupid and not worth their time. And yes, while I'm listening to this crap, it is to make my response to you. Had I not, then I would most likely just ignore your bad arguments like I would ignore a gnat buzzing around my head.
So those of us who are actually listening to marginalized voices just have to keep talking, so that's what I'm doing.
So black people can't speak for themselves? Well, who made you their overlord and savior then? They can speak on their own, and even so, just because you're white doesn't mean that people will automatically listen to you. That is not how it works, and if you think so, well, I would think that you would need to get that lobotomy reversed.
And I've spoken to several people of color about this very topic, and I'm here to spread their messages.
Okay, fine. Let's hear what your black friends have to say then. This ought to be good.
Specifically to the GeekyCon 2018 group of people, if you find that community and that group a safe space, that is great. However, for it to be a true safe space, we need to remember all of the identities of everyone involved.
Oh boy, where to start? Cosplayers don't want safe spaces. Safe spaces stifle creativity and free thinking. Cosplayers generally just want people to get out of their business so they can focus on what they love most. Making costumes of their favorite characters and making them come alive for all to see. That is all that matters. So fuck your safe spaces. They don't exist in the real world. There will never be a totally safe space anywhere at any time. That is the way that life and the world works. Let's ponder for a second that a totally safe space existed. A set amount of people lived in this safe space. They would be against trying out anything new because that might make the safe space not safe anymore. No more ingenuity, no more improvements of either the technological kind or the personal one. There will be hardly any interaction between people, since you can only control what you do and not what others do. That would be a shitty place to live, in my opinion. And leaving this safe space to venture out to meet others, nope. That will never happen. The people in the safe space would just wither up and die. So no safe spaces. They're harmful.
Or your statement is problematic, and you should take that in and readjust your thoughts or your feelings or your opinions on this matter based on the voices that you're not listening to and that you're taught not to listen to.
Yes, you can listen to others, but no, you can't tell anyone to readjust anything. Their thoughts, their feelings, and their opinions are their own. It's not your place, nor anyone else's, to try and make someone change their mind. Sure, you can try and convince other people, but that's not what she's saying here. I listen to everyone, and if they have solid and good arguments, then I will take them to heart. If they're just spewing bullshit that they picked up somewhere that has no bearing on the subject, I don't care. It doesn't matter what the color of their skin is. I only care about ideas, thoughts, and arguments, not someone's skin color.
We need to change our behaviors when they're upsetting to other human beings and people in our community.
No, we don't. We don't need to change anything.
I would encourage you to look at the Harry Potter Alliance's positive fandom guidelines to give you a good understanding of how to create a safe space.
Yeah, because cosplayers don't care about safe spaces. Wait. Didn't I say this already? Damn. Okay, let me put on my impression cosplay voice here for a bit. Hey, moron. Fucking moron. We've been over this. How was that? Was it good?
Now back to cosplay for a minute. I've never personally cosplayed.
You fucking what now? How the fuck can you sit there and belittle people's love of something and you're not even a part of the goddamn scene? This just screams virtue all over it. Why? Just why? Cosplayers don't want your stupidity fucking up their love for their work. You should just crawl back to your gender studies or wherever the hell you came from and leave these people alone. I'm done. Whatever points you make after this is invalid. I don't even care if you say that cosplaying can cure cancer at this point. Invalid. I'm just done. Fucking piece of shit trying to ruin people's fun and hobbies.
May the facts be with you, always.